How's that? There's the cocoa. There's the cocoa. What you gonna do? Nothing? Okay. We'll get rid of the Tillo Garden. Just because it can. And we'll get we'll get a plains. Sensor. Hmm. Did it have to be Selfless Spirit? I guess it always has to be Selfless Spirit, huh? Hmm. Always had to be Selfless Spirit. Always has to be. Like you hold a verdict in your hand, and it has to be Selfless Spirit. Guess I'll take 4. Well, he let me get off a dig through time. Was it 2, 5, 6? No, we'll dig. We'll dig away those 2. Oh, really? Huh. 3 or greater. Oh, let's see. What's the worst thing? You play 4 mana, sack Selfless Spirit, the Supreme Phantom stays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another Coco? No, he's just playing spirits that does spirit things, so he's worried about that one? Okay. He's worried about the Supreme Phantom. He's worried about the Hey, he actually let that go. Interesting. There's no point in me holding on to the sensor anymore. I'll just want to cycle it. Oh, only it's a blue? Okay. That's fine. Mm. Verdict? That should work, right? No, here comes a spell queller? Absorb that? Yeah. I again, wow. His last card in hand was a Coco. Why am I not surprised? You grind him and grind him and grind him, and his last card just happens to be a Coco, which he stabilizes against. That's his third one. Maybe he'll whiff. We'll see. Oh, no, of course not. Hmm. Yeah, that's cool. Had to be a Coco, man. Just had to be a Coco. But now he's got no cards in hand. He's going to draw one. So. I don't know what that could be he's got in his hands. Well, he's only got one more Coco left, so we'll see. Come on there, boy. Let's go. Do something. Swing for 4. Go to 17. You know, I should add a hemorrhage to the old control decks that I used to play with the Elixir Immortality. Huh. We'll play it to Fairy, see if that sticks. See if you draw the one counter spell. Yeah, I figured it wouldn't stick. Or it would. Let's draw a card. And it's a Prairie Stream. Alright. Really could have used a portable hole there. I think we will... Day through time would have been really good here, but we obviously didn't get it. So. Now, Brandon, I got a question for you. Are you going to be able to make it to the main event tonight? The main event's your Pioneer Garuda deck. You can be up for that? Well, of course, he's got to play a buff to make sure he kills my Teferi. I guess so. Alright, kill the Teferi. Since y'all gotta, do that. Yep. It's 6 damage I'm saving, so. Seriously? Wow. Drawing a verdict here would be really good. Can't seem to draw a verdict. Which is really bad. Well, like I said, if the deck goes 0-2, we won't play a game 3. There's really no point. And he's killing Gideon. I need a verdict soon here. Can't sit here and just draw lands for days. Dolan's veto does absolutely nothing for us. So that's 3, 6, 8. Now we're on a 2-turn clock. So we need a supreme verdict and we need it bad. That's what we need. Definitely need a supreme verdict here or else we're on the 2-turn clock. Oh my god. So that's 4, 8, 11. Now we're still on the 2-turn clock. So we can't draw a supreme verdict. Need a verdict. Need one bad. One, 2, 3, 4. We got enough. Amazingly. Verdict? Play your Coco. I dare you. He did, yeah. Jeez. Play it to Fairy. March. All right, cool. Man, needed that. He's got a March Otherworldly Light. We're at 3 life. It's getting kind of dangerous. But Teferi's supposed to help us, right? Oh god, settle the wreckage. See how good that is? Oh, it's cycling for 2. I don't know these cards. Cool. No, sir. Empyrean Eagle, sure. You can have that, sir. That's fine with me. How much are Wanderers? I'm curious. How much are Wanderers? There's 67 tickets. No. In paper, they're on Moto. There's 67 tickets. That's just stupid. Oh, March. Was it 3? Okay. So I can go 1, 2, 3. March that. Oh, here comes Coco. Oh, okay. Sure. Sure. So 2. God, that's hilarious. That is hilarious right there. What you gonna do there, son? I guarantee my solo record is gonna make it because I will expend both these open videos at your face. What the hell? I mean, yeah, I guess that has to resolve because it's a non-creature spell. Exiling what? Exiled rattle chains. So what does he do? On each you may cast a spell on top of your life. Okay. And he's attacking Teferi. Well, can't have that. Settle the wreckage. Yeah, they don't ever see that coming. So do it. I dare you. I dare. I've got 2 vetoes in hand. Okay. I got another one too. So give me a draw spell. And that's game. Yeah. All right. So let's see. I think we need more counter spells. So I think the mystical disputes are going to come in, and I think also another farewell. Now, I didn't see any counter spells between him. So um, early disruption might be good. Honestly, portal holes probably hit him a lot. So Elspeth Conquerors really didn't do nothing there. I think well, no, I want to get his stupid collected companies. I think we will run it like... Cut one portable hole. It'll run like that. 2 disputes and reading the other farewell. So. Come on there, genius. Go. Now he has the potential to be able to explosive start. So keep this. We got a field ruin. Try to kill off his green swords as much as you can. Because God knows that collecting company is so annoying. Coco is so annoying. Holophone? I don't like the fact that we have an early disruption, so that might cost us game 1. So. Ottawa. Supreme Phantom. Oh, Lord. Well, that's not really disruption. That's in-game. That is in-game right there. Yeah. We take 1. Unless you got something in there for Flash. Nope. Oh, he plays down the Supreme Phantom. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. What is it? 2 4s? He has no green mana. Deafening silence? Sure, you can have that. I'm not afraid of that. Control players would be like, no, thank you. I'm not scared of that. Absolutely not. I'll show them why I'm not scared. Well, let's see. Hold on. I'm not scared of him. I'm not scared of his deafening silence. Look at this guy bringing in Dolphin's vetoes. What is this? Mystical dispute. No. That's fine with me. Get it out of your hand. Get it out of your hand now. It's fine with me. Brings in counter magic. And it wasn't even a blue spell either. Probably should have saved that for Teferi. Well, there's the breeding pool. Is he going to play Coco now? No, he's going to... Okay. So now the verdict is coming in. Sure. Take one, go to 17. Oh, dear God. Well, that's hilarious. Yeah, he does have a green source for Coco. He does have that. I'm not worried about it, so. He can't play it on my instep, so. But he's gonna have to play it. He's gonna have to play it now to get it out there. And he may be running a forest. Who knows? Okay. Castle Arndale. I'm feeling gutsy. I'm feeling gutsy. Draw a card. Dovin's Veto, please. Nah. Play a Field of Ruin. I'm going to put something on his upkeep. Set stop. Because I'm going to do something for him. Yeah. We will untap these two. He lets it go. Interesting. He did not get a forest either. So something tells me he does not have Coco in his deck, which is fine. He's swinging 2 at Teferi. That's fine. Teferi takes 2, goes to 3. Wait, Ardendale. Draw a card. The Prairie Stream. We'll play the farmland. We've already played land. Sit there and bash at the fairy all you want. Ain't gonna save nothing. Two at the fairy, yep. No, I'm not blocking. One, two, three, four, five. Take their time. Boy, he really. Huh. Got absorbs. Swords are probably worthless. Look at the special force. Any order. Tells me he's not running counter spells, so it's fine. Draw a card. Damn. Another land. Well, I'll tell you something. We haven't had land problems with this deck, which is a first year on the channel. So, Spell Queller, he says. Right. That's fine. You can swing 2 at me and just play Verdict. Because I got Absorb to back up the Verdict now, so. This will Spell Queller the Supreme Verdict, which is pretty stupid, but. Mausoleum Wanderer. Sure. Get them all out of your hand. Get them all out of your hand. All to Teferi, huh? Sure. Actually, we will do this. Cycle. A portable hole, you say? We're going to lose our Teferi, which I guess is fine. No. I don't know what the hell you're doing, Jeff. Kill your Hollow Fountain. Let's get the planes. There's another Absorb. Jeez. We are not having mana problems this game. Verdict? Oh, wow. Deafening silence, huh? Mm-hmm. Thank you. Three, 6. Damn it. Ugh. Keep. He's not running counter spells. He probably took the Cocos out. So. There's a Farewell. The only problem is we can't turn 4 a settle because of the Mausoleum Wanderer. I would hate for a 4-mana spot removal. I really would hate a 4-mana spot removal. It's not really good, but maybe getting Alexander card doesn't belong in this deck. Maybe the of the Trials belongs in this deck. Maybe. Spot removal at its best. It's just annoying little shit, isn't it? That is an annoying little shit card, isn't it? Alright, dick. That's why I brought in a little bounty spell. So, you want to sit here and drag this out? I can drag it out just the best of selfless spirit. That's fantastic. See it? Turn. Hella Fountain. Let's see what happens when I do this. See it? Didn't expect that. Maybe you should stop taking people's Supreme Births. No, you can't counter that. So Coco. Yep, Coco. Mm-hmm. Probably not the look he was going for. Spell Queller hits what, 4 or less? Well, that's so good. I'm aware of the clock. Hmm. He's behind on. He's. Jesus. He wants it. He's got to pay for it. Get rid of that stupid spell queller. Well, he let it go. Collected company, sure. We're ahead on time, so. By one, still wouldn't have killed both. And I'm going to gain an extra life. At this late at the stage? Oh. Ugh. I'll take one. Cycle the farmland. Draw an island. Oh no, not a selfless spirit. Oh no. We're about a minute ahead of him on time. He's gonna try to beat me that way? We're about a minute ahead of him on time. Maybe a little bit more. Did you play another Coco? Oh, no. Okay. He's playing another Coco. He's just wasting time now. Oh, he's drawing a card. Okay. But fine. Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure. You can have that. Swing out, buddy. Celarec is targeting him. Man. Spell Queller? Yeah. That's Spell Queller. That's Spell Queller. You mean? I'm Spell Queller. Jesus. Sure. Yeah. There'll be something here. That's not it. Cycle. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, this is. Oh, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Does anybody see what I'm going to do? Can't spell Queller that. Can you? And you can sit there and take all the time you want. Sure. Okay, fine. Be like that. So it's 2, 4, 7. All right, cool. Three, yeah. 4, yeah. You lost. There you go. All right. 1-0. I consider that to not only be a moral victory, but a clear victory. I spell Queller. Meh. Keep, I guess. Jengatha. Oh boy. What could this be? 1-0 for control. Alright. I can't type today. Oh. Dude. So we play. Alright, so run me through this chat. We sit down. So you're playing Magic. You're sitting at a table with your opponent. You decide. You shuffle your decks. You draw your cards. You draw your hands. You go tap, land, pass. He goes planes, concede. Does that count as an actual win? Does that actually count for a win? I need to know. I need to know if we need to go to a game 3 or we just find another game 2. We shuffled up. We drew our opening hand. I play a irrigated farmland tap. He plays a plains and scoops. Is that a win? What do you all think, chat? All right. For a perfect streak. All right, game 3. Jesus. I mean, I would have really countered if we didn't really play a game, but we actually sat down, shuffled, drew our hands, played land. We both played a land and then he scooped. So I guess he got tired of seeing control. Like most of the time, if someone plays the irrigated farmland tap, they're playing control. I guess he just got tired of control. Which, believe me, pal, I know I'm in the same boat. But you know, this channel is not just for us losing to everybody in the world on Magic. We also want to win a few games here once in a while. So our patience for losing has to run out at least some point. We have to get some wins. We just can't lose to every top deck and luck streak guy in the world, right? We're going to consider that to be a win because yes, farmland, islands, Dovin's veto, absorb, we control land. Yeah, we'll keep this. This seems like a keepable hand. See what he's playing. Glass pool mimic. All right. Farmland. Pass. Oh, is this mono blue spirits? Yep. This is mono blue spirits. And if it's not, I don't know what it is. Don't tell us. What do you foretell? Oh, we don't know. Oh, is it this deck? Where's your curious obsession? Oh, really? Okay. Something tells me he's not drawing. He's not. That sensor is real crucial right now. So I'm keeping it. Oh my god, are you serious? Mmm. I want to be ready for that curious obsession. I think I'll put away. They won't put away Elspeth, yeah. Again, he doesn't have. Oh, he's not. He's not hitting lands. Interesting. Well, that sensor is going to be crucial. We need a land here. He discarded a ley line of anticipation. You've got to be kidding me. I'll cycle it. Really? Wow. Oh my god, this is. Well, hello there. Can't get past land 4. That. What the hell? Whoops, 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 nope, nope, nope. There you go. No, you can't have anything, sir. No, thank you. Now we've got. Hope we get a friggin' land, please. What the hell, bro? Fine. I'm tired of discarding cards. Verdict. Jesus Christ, man. What in the world? No, there's a third land. Third land. Jeez. We can't get to a fifth. And this is what? Gaddock the Wizened? What in the blue hell is this? 3 or greater. Tell me that is 3 or greater. Give me a land. What the? Holy hell. Yeah, it's mono blue, but it's not the mono blue deck you're thinking of. One, two, three, 4, 6. No, do that one. What the? No. Okay. Yes, what is up, Nathan? So he's going to try to make wizard abilities trigger, which means he's holding the wizard counterspell. So he's playing mono blue cheap wizards. That's what I'm guessing. Play his portal hole. Take his thing. No. Did everybody in the chat have a good 4th of July weekend? What is this? Gaddock for 1? No, you cannot have that, sir. No for you. We're going to target the Gideon. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Bring out the fairy. Make a dude. And that's going to end the game there. Alright, so we're going to bring on Mystical Disputes for sure. Probably the Hullbreaker Horror. Probably this Disdainful Stroke. And we'll cut the portal holes. What is that on? Can Blue White Control go 3-0 tonight in Pioneer? Will it be the dominating deck? Port Town. Yeah. Ooh, I don't know. Keep. We're on the draw. And we draw a land. So, if Blue Eye Control goes 3-0, is the top deck of the evening. Which means Grace Fang, a loss, is not going to even make it. Actually, we're going to probably change. We're not going to play Esper Greaser. We're going to play something else. See what else I got in my bag of tricks. I might give that Chanda Tribal a run. Nykthos. Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna make an audible. We're not gonna play Grease Train. We're gonna play Chandra Tribal next because I want to get off the blue train for a minute before we get to Gyruda. That's what everyone's waiting for. That is our main event deck. That is deck 3. We're playing that tonight. That's the main event. I don't know. Hour, maybe less. I don't know. I try not to go more than 3 hours, but I'm doing what I can to cut the streaming down so I'm not having to like be on here 6 hours. Chandra Tribal 3 games shouldn't go more than 50 minutes. Then I got to build the Gyruda deck. Then I got to play test it. But if Blue White Control goes 3-0, then it's, hard to beat that. Siren Storm Transfer. Brandon, is this your work week or your non-work week? I've lost track. Is he going to take it? No, he took it. Cool beans. Is that 3? You're not going to be up all night. Oh, he's all swinging again. Is that for 3? Booyah. Counter that. Mm-hmm. +1 Gideon. Get in there. Get in with that damage. I try not to go more than 2.5 hours. We're already an hour and 18 in, so. Alright. Control win 3-0. Well, that, jeez. Alright. That should be an achievement unlocked there. Goes 3-0, standing. Alright. So, 2-minute break. We're going to get our next deck set, which I've called an audible. We're not going to play Grease Strength tonight because of the mishaps that apparently got erased during that little power outage. So I'll pick another deck within 2 minutes. We'll play up to 2 games. Up to 3 games. Like I said, if any deck goes 0-2, we won't do a game 3. Now, with control being 3-0 right now, a single loss means the deck ain't going to make it. So if we lose one game in China Tribal, we'll skip that. Go to Garuda as the main event. So we'll be right back. Stay with us. Transition. Thank you. Oh, fuck. All right, welcome back. We are back live, and we're picking our next deck for our Pioneer stream here. I think we're gonna do. Let's see. So Control went 3-0. We're not gonna be able to It's gonna be hard to beat that. So we'll have a little fun here. We'll get out the blue train. We'll play some Chandra Tribal. Now, granted, this deck may not look like it's gonna beat blue white control because we were able to control. We'll have some pretty easy victories tonight with the control deck, but it's a fun deck for sure, and it has a high success of just beating out of nowhere because no one sees Chandra Tribal coming. So without further ado, let's show Chandra Tribal and get to our games. All right. So here we are with this, right? And it synergizes around any Chandra you run. Torch of Defiance. Well, okay. Heart of Fire. Flame Caller. Chandra's Regulator. Chandra Acolyte of Flame. Any Chandra you can think of is in the deck, right? Sarkon the Mad turns all the Chandras into dragons, which, believe it or not, is pretty damn good. So, like I said, we're running Flame Blessed Bolts, some Spikefield Hazards, Maze Mind Tomes, Chandra's Triumph, Chandra's Regulator for draw cards. We got a Battlefield Awakening to Anger the Gods, a Mirror Box, make sure all our Chandras have, kill each other, Torch of Defiance, the Fire Artisan, Heart of Fire, the Sarkon, the Flame Caller. It's basically burn spells and Chandras. It's all we're playing here. So, that's what we're doing here. So. Alright, let me change that here. Okay. Alright, so yeah. Sideboard for this deck is going to be a some Soul Guide Lanterns, some Braids, some Fries, Damping Spheres, Legion's War Boss, Staff the Flying Magnus. Pretty simple deck, pretty budget deck. And that's going to be it. Like I said, now, with control being at 3-0, if we happen to lose a game with Chandra Tribal, that is going to determine that Chandra Tribal is not going to make it. So, more or less, it's going to be blue white control next week for Pioneer League. But Chandra Tribal could pull out an upset. So let's get to it. I'm telling you right now. I played against this deck once and it was actually really, really good. So. Then of course I gotta build the Garuda deck, which will be after this. So. And that's going to be our main event deck. Now that deck, I have absolutely no idea how it's run, so we're going to learn as we go. So here we go. Botanical Sanctum. That's what it's called. Jesus Christ. Russell Muscle. Ooh. Be still my beating heart. We'll play first. Mountain. Keep. Hopefully we don't play any control decks while we're here, so. This first game depends how long we play the second game. If it's a quick game and we lose, we'll go to game 2. If it's a long game, we win. Winning is going to be the only thing that's going to keep us going with the deck. So that's the only thing that's going to keep us from actually staying. Thoughtseize. Well, shit. Damn it. That's not good. That's not good at all. He takes a Torch of Defiance. If he's running blue-black control, he's probably got counter spells. Yeah. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Fight through it. No. That's a sensor. That's a negate. You just hard cast a negate, buddy. Jeez. Alright. Be like that. This guy's just running what? Strictly. He's running just strictly discard and all that after resolved? Holy shit. Guess he didn't have another counterspell. Yeah, I know. Leave it alone. Is he gonna swift end this? Right? He's gonna. No, he's not. Shit. What is he waiting on here? This is odd. You can't cast. Okay. Thank you. Is he gonna let Chandra pop at 7 here? Like, I don't think he is. Something's not right here. In fact, the blue black control player is basically going to play a Chandra, got her up to 7 on turn 6. Is not. Here it is. Oh, he's scrying too. Okay, that's it. All right. Well, now, isn't that interesting? I'm gonna run like it was. The Chandra's regulator got us there because he couldn't deal with the Chandra. Wow. Oh no, that's a no-go right there. That is a no-go. That's a keeper, and we'll put back the flame caller. Nope. There. Well, I did not expect that to happen. He really all he played was a Thought Season and a Gate and called it a day. Just called it a day. I was like, all right, cool. Let's call it a day, huh? Just stacking lands, huh? Okay. Alright, there's the negate. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Does this one make it? Nope, sure as hell doesn't. Jeez. Wow, this dude can't hit 4 lands. I know how you feel, buddy. I know how you feel. I know how you feel. Oh, okay. Fatal push, yeah. Because we're not running creatures. Oh, there's his 4th land. Hmm. Does this one stick? Nope. Nope. Of course not. You're not cute, dude. Alright? You're really not. Chana's regulators that stick. Yeah, that does. Okay. Sarkhan the Masterless. Shark Typhoon? Really? That's his whole scheme? Is just gonna play a bunch of Shark Typhoons? Wow, dude, you're really good. Suck it. Hmm. He's played counterspell, 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 yeah. So he's not really done a whole lot of things. Okay. Does this one stick? No, of course not. I'm in the gate. Jesus Christ. Get a life, bro. So basically, he is a counterspell Shark Typhoon deck, right? That's all he's playing. He thinks he's so cool. But he's got one more negate in him. He's played 3 negates. I have never seen that many negates in a main deck before. 3 of them. Jesus Christ, son. Grow up. That's funny. Does this one stick? We haven't even hit the bad one yet. That one sticks! We got one on the field finally! Now he's in trouble. Unless he plays like a swift end. Right? This is the only thing I can keep him out of that. Fatal push. So he's probably playing March of Wretched Sorrow. Yeah, wow. X for 6. Oh, man. Woohoo! No. Nope. That was the bad one. Like, he should have just let, you know. So he's running counter removal, and his win con is Shark Typhoons. Schultz. Wow. I guess so. Think you're so slick. Well. See, the thing is, though, I played this deck before, and I know how to beat it. Oh, another Chalmers regulator. Oh my god. Yes! Oh my god. Oh my god, this is hilarious. Wow. Did you play Soul Shatter? No. Sure. You get a regulator. Congratulations. The Chandras just keep coming. Looks like I out-negated him. They just keep coming. They just keep coming, bro. See, I learned at a very early stage of my Magic career that you can't play just counter Magic and removal. You gotta have something that is like, oh shoot. You know? You can't do it. And there you have it. Game 1 down. Let's go. Yes, but it's irrelevant. We won that. So Chandra starts at 1-0. She is a pretty nutty card for sure. Yeah. Are you talking about 3-mana Ashiok? 3-mana, right? Oh, the 5-mana? Yeah. Fable Passage. Yeah, both Ashioks are actually really good. Cantrip. They're both really good, yeah. Another blue black deck. Cast the regulator. Oh my god. Spell pierce this? Jeez. $22. We got 8 people in here. That's nice. Is he gonna fatal push a token? What the hell is that? I don't know what this card is. Slither Wisp? Whenever you cast in a spell that is flash, you draw a card and each spell loses 1 life. He's running blue black flash? I guess. Odd. Just gonna go 4, so. Really? What the hell? Hmm. What in the blue? Oh no, he got me. See if I'm reading that correctly. You're local. Well, who's this guy? Cantrip, are you local to Lexington, Kentucky? Oh, you're in Atlanta, GA. Well, welcome to the channel, Cantrip. It's nice to have you here tonight. This guy again. Rogues again. This guy thinks he's... I hate Mill. Yeah, it's a pretty silly deck, but she does her duty, so. It is, yeah. I like it. Well, that's... Jesus Christ. Oh, you freaking got it. I think I can outdraw him. I think I can outrace his ass. He's gonna sit there and start doing dumb stuff. Spell pierce, spell pierce, spell pierce. It's, you know. Holy Jesus Christ. He's played like 3 of those. And he's probably got a Narset too. I bet you he's got a Narset. No, shoot. Oh my God. Jeez. This guy is just playing bounce spells, spell pierces, and rogues and mill cards. It's not a very intuitive deck, but I guess it's pretty annoying that you can't get rid of any of his stupid ass creatures. But I ain't giving up yet, so. You can't. Jesus God. You'll never see this deck at any of your local stores. No one plays this. This is probably going to be the end for Chandra after this game. So, yeah. God. Now we're milling cards. That's fantastic. Well, we're going to be dead before we look around our library, so. Obviously, I can't kill that guy. What? Can I not kill any of his dudes? Apparently not. I can't kill. I can't kill anything. God, this is aggravating. I hate Rose. I hate. Alright, so we're 26 cards, one card in hand. That's not going to kill anything. And he's got 2. That's lethal. I think that's lethal. Yeah, but this was a standard deck? Bring those dampening spheres. God. Spikefield's got to go. Bring in the fries, too. It is. It's literally like... God bless. Looks like he gave up. It was too hot for him. All right. We're going to game 3. Folks, the Rogues going to 2-0. Game 3. Is Chandra, Tribal, and Blue White Control going to have a face-off next week? Is that what we're dealing with here? Are they going to have a face-off? Is Chandra Tribal going to go 3-0 as well? What in the pepperoni pizza is going on here? Oh. Yeah, that's nice. All right. Here we go. Final game for Chandra Tribal. 3-0. Oh dear. I'll keep that. We got some draw power. No Thoughtseize. Magic. Alibi. Magical Labyrinth is what we're playing. Is what we're playing against. Magical Labyrinth. Oh, it's Arak? This what? The Celestis. What the hell? Oh dear. Is this like a night and day deck or something? It's mono black. Wait, a Urborg? Gonti? What? Gonti? That's a new one. That's a new one. That's a new one right there. Well, we're gonna kill the Gonti because F that. Yeah, buddy. No freaking thank you. He played a Gonti in Pioneer. What balls does this guy have? Weird. Oh, is he out of fuel? Oh, he turns to night. What was it that do again? No, they take 2. Let's go Fire Artisan. Why is it stuck on there? Well, shit, we lost that. Cling the dust? I don't think you want to lose life, buddy. I'm playing mono red, but whatever. So he's making it daytime to draw. Let's exile the top card. Here we go. Play the mountain. Exile that. Nope. They take 2. Play the Sarkon the Master list. Come on, dude. The Meat Hook Massacre? He can't kill it all. He's gonna kill that one. Swing 4. Invoke Despair. Give me a break. Yeah, leave it on top. Red, 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 red. Another Chandra Torch of Defiance. Ah, damn. Can't play the regulator, no. Take 2. Shit. Need a land there for the regulator. Another Invoke Despair? Holy God. Jeez, man. Holy good Lord. X is 5. He's killing. He's. Wow. Oh my God. What deck is this? What deck is this, man? Good God, man. Come on, dude. God, it's aggravating as hell. Nope, that. Gone through 2 marches. And now he drops a Kalitas. And he swift sends the freaking Chandra. Well, alright. I don't need that. Oh, it just happens to be 4. 4 toughness. Get rid of your Kalidas. I've never had this much problems removing creatures with red in Pioneer. It's oh my god, what? Oh. That's his. He's got 1 card in his hand now, and now he's got a Swift Rider. He's got a Murderous Rider. Sedgemoor Witch. I have nothing. I need to draw that. What does it do? Yep, pay 3 life. Get rid of that. Oh my god, bro. Come on. It's gonna kill everything. No way. Come on, man. What the hell? Oh. What a asinine game this is. Was that mono black control? Jesus Lord, dude. What an annoying just. Mm. Alright. Alright, here we go. Chandra going to lose, go to 2-1. I'll keep. That stupid Celestis is like, what? It's mono black control. This is what this deck is, right? I have to assume. No Thoughtseize. Well, I'm shocked. God. Still no Thoughtseize. Wow, it's a 3 mana. Why am I not surprised? Go blank. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4. Ran out of options. Blast Zone? Hmm. I'll put the pressure on. Play Legion War Boss. Can I attack? Thank you. Incredible. Fatal push. Jesus. No cards in hand. That's how I like to see it. You might just effed yourself there, buddy. He drew a Gaunty? Get the f out of here with that. Luck draw. That's fine. That's fine. I'll braid that. Shit. Get in there. I think the marches kind of like you overextended yourself on the marches. Oh, he put a Valakut Awakening. He's going to draw 2. And then what? And then what? And Swifted? Are you kidding me? Bro. Jesus Lord. What a luck sack, man. Drawing a murderous rider. God. What the hell is this? Alright, Goblins, it's up to you. Keep the pressure on them. I didn't know that was a card. It's getting real. Yeah, now what's he got in his hand? Because he's not gonna go out like no punk bitch. He's not going out like a punk bitch, bro. There's no way. He's not going out like a punk bitch. There's no way. He's not going out like this. He's too stubborn to go out like this. Yeah, see, I told you. Fatal push, yeah. And what else? Blast zone? Why don't you just sack and blow up the tokens? Like, that was dumb of you. That was dumb of you to do that. Alright. Game 3 of match 3. God. Keep it like that, dude. You're gonna... I'll keep... Oh, really? Oh. He is not going to turn one Thoughtseize, so I'm kind of surprised at that. I forget Blast Zone is technically a relic. Oh, there it is. He'll take the Torch of Defiance. He's only down to 3 cards. Chandra's going to go 3-0. Chandra's going to go 3-0, dude. Took that one? Okay. Chandra's going to go 3-0 tonight. Another Blast Zone. Holy God. Celestis? Sure. Chandra's going to go 3-0 tonight, man. Is it really? Visconti? No, he's retching. Alright, Goblin, let's go. Get there. go blank. Oh my god. Get him, Gollum. Get him. Get that ass. Let's go. You'd have to go completely, like... You have to go ham out to kill the Chandra. Like... And then this one comes down and just makes more tokens, so... The Chandras are doing their work tonight. Chandras are doing their work tonight. And, yeah, he goes all out to kill the Chandra. Congratulations, dude. And there comes another one. That's hilarious. Oh, poop. Yeah, he overextended on the March of Wretched Sorrows. Is what cost him the game. He overextended. He dumped his hand too early. That's 7. Okay, cool. He's trying to, yeah. Does it have equal charges? Equal, okay. You either got 4 or 6 to play with, so. I can still do it. Play another Legion War Boss. Make tokens. Go to combat. Attack with all creatures. He's going to sacrifice. He's going to put... Okay. What the hell is this? Okay. He's only drawing a card and losing life. Why would he do that? That's just making it worse. Like, is he afraid the 4-mana Chandra is going to kill him? Because it looks like the 6-man is just beating that ass. She goes 3-0! She goes 3-0! Holy crap! Whoa! Chandra goes 3-0. Tying control. I don't think that's how you spell tying. Tied with control. Yeah, I like that. Holy God. Well, that just means next week before our league play, we gotta play one game each. We gotta play a game of Control and Sean and Trot. We'll see who's gonna go. That's insane. But now it comes time to the main event. We're gonna get the Garuda deck ready. We'll be back in about 3 minutes to get it built, and we'll be back for Pioneer Garuda. So stay with us. All right, we're back, guys. Final deck of the evening. Now, this deck is we're gonna learn to play this on the fly here. So this is Pioneer Gyruda. I'm gonna go over what's in the deck, and we're gonna see if we can figure it out. Because I don't know. I don't know how it is. But this is our main event deck for the evening. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay. Just what the hell is going on here? Starting deck contains only cards with even mana values. When Gyruda enters the battlefield, each player mills 4, put a creature card with even mana cost among the mill cards. So it looks like we're trying to get stupid even creature spells on the field for free. Interesting. Alright, let's give it a whirl. No sideboard? No problem. Right? Alright. Main event time. Here we go. Yep. I hope you all stayed up for this. I want some mana in my hands. There we go. That'll work. Let's put back the Languish. Look at Overgrown Tomb. Drowned Catacomb. We'll go blue, black. We'll Thought Erasure him. And, well, I think we'll take the Omnath for sure. Graveyard that. Alright. He's gonna Thought Erasure me. He sees the guy Rudas, he's gonna like, what the hell is this guy doing? He takes the Paradise Druid? Alright. What, my opening hand? The 7-mana one? No. Let me make sure the mic is on. Yeah, the mic is on. Cool. Alright, cool. Well, we're... Oh. Did you get an Omnath? No, you didn't get an Omnath. This is a self-mill deck, if I'm assuming, right? Got it. Secret Agent Man. Secret Agent Man. Now, Brandon, I'm going to tell you right now, if we lose one game with this, probably won't make it to the final cut for next week. But who knows? We're going against Omnath here, so... let's try to Garuda. Really? Okay. Jeez. Can you run the 6-mana Sultai creature from Dominaria in this deck? It's a commander card. Like that just seems to be like, oh, well. Well, I mean, I could play my own. I can get my own Omnath. I'll play a. Should have bought. What? Oh. Where'd my spark double go? Did he counter it? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Where the hell did my spark double go? Oh, shit. Spark Double's not a clone, is it? Shh. Damn it. Alright. No, no big deal. No, we're not in like serious jeopardy here. We're not in serious jeopardy yet, but my Omnath is bigger than yours. You think they should ban Omnath in Pioneer? Yeah, I agree. What is this? Bring. I'm gonna get Tybalt. I'm gonna get Tybalt. Because that's what kind of player I am. I like to abuse the rules. I like to abuse the rules. Go on. Get your Tybalt or get your Nimizit or get whatever. Oh, yeah. Get your Valky. Yeah, get your Tybalt. Yeah. Give me a land, please. Thank you. Alright, let's do this. I think I should get back the undercover. I am going to say this. This deck's very impressive against, like, dang, Exile. Well, you didn't say that. I said walk me through it. I can still keep going for General Mimic. Oh, he got that from the vault. Wait. Well, I guess we're gonna sign out how the deck works. I said, walk me through it. I even text you in the message, walk me through it. So apparently you copied the Garuda. Nope. Do I keep the copy? When it's not legendary. Keep any of them. Okay. What do I get back? What do I get back? Like a copy effect? Because the only one I can copy is Colligan. Oh, Colligan's your only target. I'm about to find out what's going to happen here, so. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so we get the basis of it now. Now we know. All right. I took it. I took dispute. All right, come on. Yeah, you won. Shit. It's gonna take the extinction event. He's gonna take the extinction event. No, he took that. Interesting. Just Omnath? No, it's Bring the Light. Nope, it's Bring the Light because he's getting what? Valky? You got a Thought Erasure? Really? Alright, man. That's 3 of them. Also, let me draw Garuda here. That would be hilarious. Sylvan Carroted. He's being real careful what he plays. You should have texted me instead of going in the chat. You should have on the phone. Shingatha, huh? They kind of had that idea already. Okay. That was stupid. I'm just gonna take it. Hmm. My Jingotha's bigger than yours. Oh my god. So are you choosing odd? What the Oh, then he leaves Omnath out. Jeez. Bash for two. Stupid dude. Uh, Now do I keep the copies or what? Do I keep no? So do I keep the ah? Oh boy! Hell yeah! Game three. Keep the main unless it's a progenitor mimic or spark double. You got it. Game three. Is this deck gonna take down on that? Holy shit. Can you can you run? Do you have to run like? Can you run any number of mana, like any even mana number of creatures, or does it have to be like a certain CMC or less? All right, final game here. Any even works. All right, so you can technically run an Ulamog, right? Yeah, you can still do it. Still do that. Thought erasure. Clones work best. All right. Oh, go with the go blank. Top. It's extremely interesting. So this is a Nahiri. Yeah, it's a Nahiri. That might actually might kill us. Hey, if you change your mana base, can you run Nahiri? Like just one of? Cause I notice you have like Proving Grounds, Ketra Triome. Like you're adding red. I don't know what for. Thought erasure. Okay. Hardcast to Colian. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Well, I think this Nahiri is gonna kill us. I did. I bought it. Now, if he brings a lot of thought erasure, it goes bye bye. Oh. Yeah, this Nahiri is probably going to kill us. Oh, okay. Yep, is it? 10 cards. Does this go infinite or something? Oh, I got it. Well, there you go, Internet. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Oh, jeez. There you go. There you go. There you have it. One card kills all that fun. Yep. Sure was. I know. I know. Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious. That's funny. We actually might win this game. Oh, thank you, Optimal MTG. What's going on, man? What is up? We are. Thank you so much, Optimal MTG. Thank you so much for the raid. I think we'll trade there. No. I actually don't think the Nim Visit player can win. He proves me wrong, he proves me wrong. But I don't think he can win with 4 cards in his library, 2 in his hand. I don't think he can. I've been proven wrong before. Dovin's veto. Cutesy cutesy. What the hell? Oh. Oh, he just hard cast the ball. Jesus Christ. Wow, dude. What a shitty way to end that. What a shitty way to end that. Oh my god. Oh. All right. I want to work on that because that's like that's it. I want to work on that deck. I want to work on it. We got to work on this team. All right. But for those who watched, next Wednesday we're having a face-off between Chandra Tribal and Blue Eye Control. One game apiece. Winning deck, or has the who actually wins a single match, goes in our Pioneer League next Wednesday. Because they both finished at 3-0. Freaking believable. It's never happened before. Never happened before as two decks gone undefeated in a stream. Never had to have it. Never happened. Garuda, as you just saw. Wow. Jeez. So, just yeah, so there you go. So there you have it, folks. This is your Pioneer Night here from brought to you by Kentucky Eclipse Gaming. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I want to thank you everyone for following me. I want to thank you Cantrip for joining us tonight. If you like what you saw here, please follow me on Twitch. I can always use the help button here. This week I am working on getting videos uploaded to our YouTube channel, which is in my Twitch bio. It's Kentucky Eclipse Gaming. Follow me on the screen here. All right. Everything you see here gets uploaded to our YouTube channel eventually, so please bear with me. I've been behind this week from the holidays and personal things going on in my life, so I'm getting back on track this week. No problem. Final thoughts on Garuda. I like the deck. I thought it was going to be confusing to where like I couldn't run it, but the fact is, yeah, I just think we just need like jazz up a little bit. But yeah, it was. I see now how the combo works. Right, that's what these decks are for. Is for learning, and we'll keep it. We'll build it, and who knows? It may become the next Tabal's Trickery. Who knows, right? Because that deck was a hit. So, but I'm gonna call it that for the evening. Thank you so much for everyone watching me tonight. My name's Chappelle. And tomorrow we'll probably be doing either a Cube Talk or a Legacy play. I haven't decided on that yet. So, yeah. But for everyone, I'm Chappelle for Kentucky Eclipse Gaming. Thank you for Kentucky Eclipse Gaming. I cannot say that fast. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I will see you all tomorrow night. Have a good night.